I'd say that the Buckeye Food Alliance is a great resource for any student to use when they think that they might not have all the resources available to them in order to get through the day to have a proper meal. We provide not only canned goods, but also fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, things that a lot of students might not financially be able to afford. And really, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that students as a whole don't have to make difficult choices between paying rent or paying tuition and healthy foods.
I really wanted to do something that helped the students of Ohio State directly, and I think food insecurity is a big issue because college is so stressful. I think it's something that students at OSU should not have to worry about, especially when they have things like classes and jobs and other things. So just doing something that can make OSU students' days a little bit easier and have something that they don't have to worry about.
So I think there's 2 points when we think of food insecurity. They're kind of misconceptions. I think one, when we think of food insecurity, we just think of like, I don't have food in my fridge, I don't have food in my cupboards, and that's a very small part of food insecurity. And I also we oftentimes think of it being almost like a chronic condition. It's like you're either food insecure or you're not. But for a lot of our students, they kind of fall into this realm of they may have food, they may have, I'm trying to think of the classic ramen diet that we might think of that's been kind of glorified in college culture. Yeah, you have food to eat, but you're probably not getting the nutrients and the vitamins, nutrients, minerals, whatever you might need to kind of thrive and be successful and have a healthy, varied diet. And I think that's part of food insecurity that we miss, is not necessarily just the quantity of food, but the quality of food that's accessible to folks as well. And so
I think the big thing is it's not, there's no preset requirement for meeting a need. We accept all students here at Ohio State. All you need is your Buck ID. We're open 20 hours a week for 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. So we try to be readily available for students, and we want to meet their needs as much as possible.
So we do an online order, like an online ordering system. It really helps us for the flow of just orders, trying to make sure everybody gets what they need in a timely fashion. So just going to our website, you can find an order form there, and then it just shows you a list of all the different things you have the option to choose from. And then from there, you just type out what you want, send it in, and then we can get that order for you.
I think one of the big things I like to emphasize about our service is we're not just non-perishable items. We have a large range of produce items and perishable items as well, also dessert items, and then personal hygiene items as well.
Whenever people say thank you or oh, I'm just so glad that you guys are here, it just fills me with joy because I can really see myself making a difference in this world.
I know there are a lot of great organizations through Ohio State that help people all across the world. And those are really good organizations, but it's really nice to be able to know I'm helping my own neighbors. I'm helping the people that I sit in class with, the people that I know, my friends, things of that nature. And also I know that my family has dealt with food insecurity over the years, so just being able to help the next person in line, that makes a really big difference. And that's something that gives me a lot of fulfillment at the end of the day. We work with a lot of really great volunteers here, and Nick is a great person to work under. So just having that opportunity to work with people of that like-minded service attitude, and then dealing with a lot of people who are usually very grateful for that service, it makes a huge difference, and it makes us definitely appreciate the work that we do.
I come from a very small rural town. There were times where, my mom had to use pantries to kind of help make ends meet. And so I think I was definitely a student who could have benefited from having such a program when I was here. But just to see the investment and the care going back to our students, it's no longer about just getting students to graduate. It's about, how can we make sure students are graduating and they're prepared to be the most successful versions of themselves moving on. And so to be a part of that mission, is really humbling, and it makes me very excited to know that we're, taking that extra step to make sure all of our students are, having a quality Buckeye experience.
Studies reveal that food insecurity is an issue, and I think understanding the size of our university, it's a problem that's definitely present, whether it's readily seen or not. So being a service that we're able to offer to students is something that's very important, given the impact that food has on an individual's wellness and ability to succeed as a student here at Ohio State.